Can you hear me now? DB, can you hear me now? Let's I know how this goes. Okay, thanks, Shay. All right. So I am I was looking around trying to find something a little different on doing faux leather. Okay, I originally was going to do a jewelry box, but I realized none of I didn't have any leather that was going to be big enough, length and width, because whenever you are doing length and width, you got to be careful because it doesn't always as whenever you're ordering, you always got to watch that length and width because I like getting the rolls from Polka Dotted Peach, and I got a bunch from Amazon and stuff like that. And these are little. So you got to be kind of careful of what you're doing with this when you're ordering and what project you're going to do. You just got to kind of be mindful of that. Um, so let me say good morning to a few people. Um, Good morning, Shay Shay. Good morning. Good morning, Connie. Good morning, Up Designs. Good morning, DB. Good morning, Shamika. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Bedazzle. Y'all, I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see. I'm gonna have to put them on. Good morning, Miss Laura. I hope you are doing well. I've been meaning to text you and check on you to see how things were going. I hope you're doing good. Um, Also, I want to let you know I was doing, I'm doing all the bling stuff, and I'm doing um Shay sew along for the spring showers, Kimberbell spring showers. And I'm also doing on my own, I'm doing a quilt where all I'm doing now is I got to do all the backing. I got everything cut for the backing and all that. I'm very, very nervous about that. Good morning, Jennifer. I'm very nervous about that part because that's where you do your own free hand quilting, I think it's called. Yeah, I'm so new at this. I can't tell you exactly what anything's called, honestly. So anyway, today I'm going to do cases. Now, let's be honest, no, not all AirPods are created equal. So you'll have to kind of move. Now, I do know that these are three different sizes. The ones that are on my table here, these are all three different sizes. Um, because I was trying to see how it went. But on this, the regular AirPod threes, they all fit in all three of these. So if you have a bigger case, you will have to adjust it, but I know you can only adjust by 10%. So you would kind of have to figure out what that is. I am going, yeah, and my design is from Little B. Thanks, Shay Shay, for putting that in there. Good morning, Robin. How are you doing this morning? Yeah, so my design is from Little B. She put a link in the chat, but I am going to also put a link in the description after I'm done. I did put a link in all the descriptions from last week if y'all need to go back and look at those for the bows I did. I did a bunch of more bows after the live the other day, and they came out really cute. Good morning, Renee. How are you doing this morning? So anyway, I'm gonna start from the beginning to end with these AirPod cases because it's not a lot. It's not real hard to do. And I cannot take this table off because that's where my sound goes. It's connected to my phone. Anyway, okay, let me put a disclaimer out there. Everyone knows I am baby at embroidery. Okay, so the way I'm doing it does not mean this is the way you should do it. Okay, or this is not the correct way, but this is just the way I am doing it because this is the way. So far, what I've seen and what I've learned so far, it's the best way. Good morning, Jesse. How are you? And so that's what I want to put it out there straight up is I am not. embroidery smart. I hope to be one day, but right now, not so much. So anyway, so I'm going to open up in Brilliance. I've already copied down the file. So let me get this open real quick. Now my computers are not so fast anymore. Okay, and will be using a 5x7. I will be using tearaway. I will be using okay, on this file, you could go one or two ways. You can actually put, like on this LSU one, this is just a piece of material. I cut what I want it to show in this little block. It's and that's all it is. And on this one, I made in Brilliance right boo because I seen this. To me, it looked like Halloween, so I went ahead and just kind of did a Halloween. And I cut too close. If you can't tell, I cut too close to my stitches and popped them. So you got to watch that whenever you're done. And then I put my daughter's name on this one. Did the same thing. Ended up going back on my sewing machine and kind of putting a stitch in it just to hold it together until I can redo it and do another one. I will have cam snaps. I do have the cam snaps. I also have these little holder things or whatever you call them. I'm not sure what you call them. I have these. Um, so you can put it on the wire and snap it. I think it needs to be smaller than this because I think whenever you put it on here like this, it's just too big to me. It's too big. So I think if you could get these smaller, which I'm gonna check, if you can get them smaller, then that would be so much better. Anyway, so that's I think that's everything. I mean, but besides the fact I'll be using my embroidery machine today. I'll be using all kinds of scissors depending on what I decide to put on it. I haven't made up my mind just yet. I have leather. I have leather galore. I have just about any kind of leather you want at this time. But I had y'all ever get a bunch of leather and you kind of testing and you don't want to use it because you're scared. You're scared that you don't want to run out. But look, y'all, I've got a ridiculous amount of leather. So, you know, I need to use some of this stuff and get it out of the way. So what I was thinking about today is doing like I said, you can use material like this one and just do the basing around the satin stitch around it, or you can actually um still do the satin stitch but put a name or personalize it however you want, whatever you're going to use. Personalize it to that. You will have um let's see, hold on just a second. Let me find what I want to use for it. You will need two pieces of, I'm doing 4.5 by 6 because the actual design is a little small, I think. So I actually enlarge it just very little, just to kind of give it more room to fit your AirPod case in there, or your earpods or whatever. It doesn't have to be AirPods, obviously. But yeah, I'm going to let me find a good, and I'm thinking I want to use that material over there. Okay, so in the video, they used the 505 to put it down, to put your material down. For some reason I would have to change my needles out because my machine doesn't want to shoot through 505. Yesterday I was on the phone doing some tests while Shay Shay was on the phone with me, and she said try turning your machine down, which I did. I turned the machine down and it worked a lot better. But then after the first couple, I didn't do the 505. I just taped it down instead. And you can use on you can shrink it, you can make it larger, you can make it smaller. I mean, whatever you want to do on this. But it's a very easy project. Good morning, Renee. Good morning, Miss Rachel. How are you? Did I miss anybody? Hey, Nikki, how are you? Good morning, Miss Carol. So, anyways, I am going to. Oh, another thing about this project that I noticed that I didn't care for is I would suggest your bobbin be the same color as your the bobbin be the same color as your backing. That way it kind of goes together. That was my only other thing that I really, really wanted to change was the backing. So anyway, I'm going to grab a piece of leather, cut it out. Like I said, I'm gonna do the 6x6. I was trying to find a color that would look cute with that yellow. What? I don't see anything in here that would look really, really cute. So I'm just gonna grab something. And it doesn't matter if the backing and the front are the same or not, right? So I was all this glitter, um, all this glitter paper, but I'm kind of nervous about putting it. Some people have said a few things about putting the glitter inside the your embroidery machine that you got to be careful, and so I'm a little nervine about doing that. And that nervine, that's my own word. Sorry. All right. I'm gonna use one of these. These are just as funny, funny, cute. Y'all know if Jess is with us, she would have done 12 by now, but I'm not Jess. So, one thing is, I'm using leather, but on the directions, it doesn't tell you use leather. It actually tells you use the cork board, but my cork board and my leather is about the same. Like thickness, and on the material they tell you to make sure that you use the best, to make the material really, really strong, which I agree. Obviously I agree. I mean, come on, I'm a baby beginner. They know better than I do, but I'm using faux leather on these instead to make them more durable. Where like if you get them dirty, you can wipe them off, or or anything like that. That's where I stand. But today I'm gonna use this pink, and then for the front, I'm gonna use a piece of material to instead of. But you could use a piece of material and customize it. You could do both. I haven't tried that yet, but because after I did it, I thought like on this LSU one, I could have put my husband's initials or whatever. But that's his that's his team. He loves them. Blah blah blah. You know how all that goes. Um, so anyway, so I'm going to not use this. I'm going to use this one because this one's very, very pretty, and I love butterflies. Now this one's a little thin, so hopefully it'll work. We'll see. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this screen off. Okay. Let's see. Mm, all right. Okay, I'm going to take this off and you'll just see what I'm doing here. If you can't see me, please let me know. Good morning, Kristen. I didn't know if I said hello to you yet or not, but good morning. How are you? So I'm glad y'all all are here. I appreciate it. Please like, subscribe. Yeah. Y'all, I made it over my 100. So I am at 106 right now. I'm so excited. We are going to do a giveaway, but I want to wait till Jess can come back. Do a big 100. Not that, but yeah, I thought it was cool. I didn't think I would be excited. I was like, oh, well, whatever. No, no, I am. I'm very excited. I was actually more excited than I thought I would be. So, anyway. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is because I'm gonna enlarge the file just by a little. I think a 4x5 piece would be okay, but this is actually 4x8. But I'm gonna just go ahead and make it. I'm gonna do 4.5, and just I'm not gonna cut the length of it. But this is really pretty with the butterflies and the pink. I like that. That's cute. So I'm gonna cut. It just gives me room if I want to move it. Anyway, you have to have two pieces this size. And then you have to have one piece, like a 4x4, or for the for this pocket. You need, and you could technically do a different color, with this pocket. You could do a different color with the pocket part. You could do a different color with the front. You could do it so many ways. So that's why I like this project. It was really cute. There's another. I've seen these AirPod cases in a few demos, and they all kind of say the same thing. You want your material to be a little thick. This is not thick at all, so I don't know how this is going to work out. But you have so many layers that I think it should work. So, but what I think and what actually is, in my opinion. I have a shirt that actually says that. So, okay, so this is ready. I'm just going to leave this so I can see what size I need whenever I have it on the embroidery machine. So I'm going to cancel this. Okay, what happened? Oh, yeah, got it. Okay. All right, so I am going to bring back this. I'm gonna have to leave my table up. Can you still hear me? Um, Connie, the best place for the faux leather is polka dotted peach. I'm not gonna lie. Polka dotted peach, it's great quality. You can get some on Amazon, but uh you just got to make sure it's of good quality if you're going to put them in these machines. Now, if you were just making earrings or something like that and you didn't, I think it would be okay, because earrings, you normally back it with HTV as well. So it would be okay. But polka dotted peach is my go-to, because first, they have anything you want. They let you turn directional. If you have directional and you need it portrait or landscape, they'll let you customize it like that. So, which is absolutely wonderful. Um, they take a little longer to ship. And I know a lot of us are very impatient when it comes to shipping, Shay. But you know how that goes. But it's great. It doesn't take that long for it to come in, but it does take longer than Amazon. Now she is and Polka Dotted Peach is also on Amazon. I'm sorry, on Etsy, if you want to buy from there as well. But I know she's on Etsy, but I'm pretty sure she doesn't go any faster, if that makes sense. So anyway, I'm going to present my screen and pull up my file. Let's see. Share screen. Screen sharing works best. Okay. Share screen. I just want this screen. No. Window. Yes. Okay. Sure. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm new at this, so bear with me. Can you see the screen? I want to slop us around. There we go. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I am going to open my file um, from, there we go, from Little B. Earbud. Which one is it? No, not that one. This one. Okay. So this is my file. All right. And I am actually on a 5 by, is this my 5 by 7? I can't see the whole thing. Yeah, this is my 5 by 7 hoop. And this is how I'm going to use it. I'm going to actually, once I highlight the whole thing, I am going to enlarge it to like four. I don't know if I'm gonna do it here or if I'm gonna do it on the machine, enlarge it and leave my file alone. I think that's what I'm gonna do. When I get it over to the brother machine, my embroidery machine, I will enlarge it by a little bit on the machine. I find that it works better for me to do that and not mess with the actual machine. So what I'm gonna do, okay, so the way it is set up right here, everything is set up with material. Like you can put material on this. But what I'm gonna do right before the satin stitch, I am going to I'm gonna actually put a name on this one, I think. Let me think. I wish I had some material that I know would match that perfect. And I don't want to pull out material because we would be here for days because I am not as organized as Shay Shay with her material like hers is. So anyway, what I'll do is I'm just going to take this and I'm going to add a name. Um, let's do, okay, I'm just kind of come up here to name, and this will be it. And then I'm going to go to my letters here. Then I'm going to highlight this. Oh, I need my keyboard, huh? And I'm going to just do, I'm going to do LBBD for Lady Blue Bear Designs. How about that? Okay. I'm just going to customize it this way. And then I'm going to go and check my, I want a different font than this, obviously. Let's see. I'm going to go, I do have a lot of fonts, so I'm not, um, oh, I hit the wrong thing. Good Lord. I was about to say all my fonts disappeared. So I'm going to do a small one, the 1/2 inch size, because it needs to be able to fit in this thing. I don't know if I want to do it like this, but I can choose the other ones and just resize it. I know. Now I do know, I know Miss Rachel has said we can only change it by 10%. So I would have to get out math and all that other stuff. And I'm not doing that on camera. Let's see. Look at this. That's pretty. That's party. Party. Inspire, connect. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna use that one. It's not great, but it's not terrible. So okay. And that's it. I'm not gonna change anything else. I'm gonna take this and I want it to go right before my satin stitch. No, that's not where I want it. Hold on. Let me back up. Naturally, it's gonna go somewhere I don't want it to go. So hold on a sec. I am going to take this and move it right here. Nope, go up one right here. I said move. I don't know why this is here. This is twice. What did I do? There's a satin stitch twice. Did I put the satin stitch twice by accident? Yeah, maybe so. Yeah, I know. I'm never going to do everything exactly the way I want. But anyway, I'm just going to grab it. And this happened. I did this so easy last night, without a problem. All I did was take it and move it. And we called it a day. Okay, can I move? See, if I tell it to move earlier, it brings it all the way to the top. And I don't want that. Let's see, move earlier. See, like it brings it all the way to the top. I don't want it there. Let's see. Hold on. I'm not looking at the chat because I wanted to figure it out myself. As I told you, I'm a baby beginner with in Brilliance, and I'm learning with everybody's videos constantly coming on. It's just been such a great help for me. So I want it before 1/4, before the fourth stitch. Is that it? It might be. So we're gonna let it go. Hmm. I don't think that's it. Open this back up. Or I could always just make it go. Oh, I know what it's doing. Okay, okay. So once I move this into here, it makes this number two, and then the rest underneath it is going to be number three. Yeah, hello. Yeah, it takes me a minute. I'm not always the sharpest cookie in the box, so or the crayon. So go here. I want you to go up one more there. Okay. All right. So yeah, I think this is it. This is how I want to do it. Okay, so now I'm done. I'm gonna let it go. I am going to go to my utilities, and I am going to Wi-Fi to brother machine. I just leave it default to yeah, I didn't see that. I don't know why. Anyway, I actually dropped it to my machine, so my file is sent to machine. So I just say okay. Now we will be off of this again. Okay. And then I'm gonna remove myself from stage again. And I'll have my table and I'll have my embroidery machine. Let me add my embroidery machine to the maybe, maybe. Oh, here we go. All right, so my embroidery machine's there, my table's there. You're not gonna be able to see me change the file at this time, but all I'm my file's here and I'm just clicking on it and I'm hitting set and then I'm hitting size and there's a there's a design where you can make it a little bigger. So I am going to do that. I'm gonna hit it just a couple of times to make it just a little bigger. Okay. This is actually like at 3.94. I said okay and edit. Embroidery. Now we're ready to stitch our first stitch out. So the first thing it's going to stitch is where to place everything. Oh, I need to change my thread. Let me change my thread to, let me find something close to this color. This machine is so easy to thread. Like when I complain, I'm like, you should really not complain because this thing is so easy. And I say complain. I mean, like, oh, I need a multi-needle. No, I really don't. I don't need a multi-needle. Now, do I want one? Absolutely. But over a multi-needle, I would actually prefer just a bigger hoop because there's a lot of people's designs are bigger than 10, and this machine only goes up to 6 by 10. But I don't want to get rid of my machine at all. I would just like to, I like to keep it and have a new. Yeah. So if anybody's interested, my husband did make it back from out of country. Got back tired and that travel kicks his booty. So he and I yesterday took off to Broussard and got some wood at a place that we found because he likes to do stuff with his exotic wood. And there's a place in Broussard that has that wood. So y'all, I can't see the chat if anybody's chatting. I can't see it. So just FYI. All right. So now I'm going to place my do my placement stitch and just let's hope my machine wants to participate. I did not change the bobbin because it's still white light. So I am just going to go with this. And while that's looking, I think I'm gonna grab ba-da-da-da-da-da-do. See, I like those butterflies, so I don't really want to cover up those butterflies on on the machine. So what do I want to do? I have a second to decide. Okay, so I'm gonna take my first piece of material, and I'm not going to do the 504, and I'm not gonna tape it. I'm just gonna kind of hold it down. I mean, I obviously should use something, but for this little demo, I'm not going to. Jess told me yesterday that I'm so glad you're getting used to going getting comfortable. I'm not. I'm just doing it. I don't know about being comfortable, but yeah, because I'm still a blubbering crazy person. Well, I can't find my map yet anyway. All right, so let me get this. Well, I'm just to hold it down. That's what I'm just gonna hold it down. So I'm gonna start it again. And Connie, you could buy this machine, and I know you've done this before. When I get a new one, haha, just joking. All right, so that's my placement stitch. Now I either need to do the fabric or the design. I'm not going to do fabric because I like the butterflies, but I am going to do the stitch that goes around for the fabric just to make it more secure. Because pushing this, the AirPod case up and down, in and out, I just wanted it a little stronger. So I'm just going to go, but this would be the time you would put material down if you wanted to do a piece of material. So I'm going to just let it go and do that stitch one more time, the tack down stitch for the material, just to have it more secure. I just don't feel like it's very secure at first. Okay. All right. Now, at this point, after this stitch, if you wanted to, if you had material on it, this is you would take it off and cut it before you do the satin stitch, because the satin stitch would actually be next, but being I changed the thread. Yeah, should I do a different color for the LBBD? What do y'all think? You ain't bid no $2. I don't know what you bidding on, girl, but it ain't no $2. Hey, good morning, Miss Sharon. How are you? What do y'all think? Should I do like a I don't know, something to just really, really stand out on this like maybe even like a fluorescent I was thinking like a hot pink maybe to make it like kick out. Let me do that. I'm gonna drop this real quick, and I'm gonna pull this real quick and throw in the hot pink. Y'all, we are getting closer and closer to that applique getaway, and I cannot wait. Shay Shay and I are I think we're supposed to meet with Carly Bell at some point on Thursday. I think she's going to have like a little meet and greet on that Thursday, and I really cannot wait. It's going to be. I am like I said, I'm so new at anything to do with embroidery that it excites me, y'all. But I really other than my lasers, it's got my heart. But man, this embroidery machine's got my heart too. Like bad, but it worries me because, you know, when I first started crafting, I just wanted to do shirts. I just wanted to do all the different kinds of shirts and stuff like that. If I never do a shirt again, I'd be fine. I'm not gonna lie. Now, my bling shirts, yes, absolutely. I love my bling shirts. Uh, I think I'll always do bling, but I for sure will always do bling whenever, the people that we know that does all the bling. If Miss Eve comes out with new stones, I always try to get them. If all the ladies we watch that does, and man, because Greg does some beautiful work with embroidery designs and stuff. I'm sorry, with bling designs, bling templates and stuff. Miss Laura, you can ask her. I think I've gotten almost every one of hers, every one of Delonda's, every one of Patrice's, obviously, and I've gotten a. I know Miss Vera does some really pretty work. She does some really gorgeous work. I don't know if y'all have ever spilling with diversity about. I think that's her name. Um, but yeah, she does some really nice work. So yeah. But anyway, I'll always get theirs and use it, but to actually sell it, I'm just not a seller like that. And they don't go very far here. They want, $100 shirt for, $10. And I can't. I mean, I'm not doing that, obviously. So anyway, but yeah, we are doing, and the LBBD, I don't, if you're new in here, I have, that's my name, Lady Blue Bear Designs. That's it's just my initials. So because Lady Blue Bear Designs, I would have to really crunch that. And I didn't want it to be all smushed up whenever I was doing it. So I don't know if I like that font after all. It don't matter. It's okay. It'll be all right. Everything will be fine. So anyway, this should only be like 3 minutes to do this part, and then we'll go into the stitching side of it. I'll say the stitching side, the because we got to put a back on it because we don't want the back to be this. We don't want the back to be this. We want to, to see this part. So we're after this stitch. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be taking it off at that point. I think, yeah, I'll be taking it off and applying the big piece on the big piece on the back. So we'll have it going. So you'll have it on both sides. So, but anyway, what's everybody working on? What are y'all doing? What's everybody? Where I know Shay Shay was I know Shay Shay was working on some baby quilts, finishing up some baby quilts. Um, Nikki, you took a sewing class? I think I would like to do that. I would like to do a, baby beginner sewing class as well. Yeah, this is going to be my satin stitch. So that'll take about 5 minutes to do. So I'm gonna come back to the board over here and see what y'all been talking about. Yes, I know you're gonna say pink, pink, pink. You still binding quilts, Shay? Yeah. Oh, you made a drawstring bag. I want to do that, Nikki. I really want to do that. I want to. I like to take a class, with just sewing. Uninterrupted. Me go somewheres and and actually see. I know Rachel has offered for me to get in touch with her. And maybe Rachel put up a class. You doing a duffel bag? If y'all haven't seen, but Blue Land Creations by Connie, she has a Facebook group. I don't know. She doesn't. I don't know if she has content on her YouTube, like pictures and stuff, which she should. Um, for she does beautiful purses and stuff. So yeah. Good morning, Miss C. How are you doing? Oh, Kristen, I actually sent Jess a video the other day about doing one of those rope bowls. I said we really need to do this. This would be really cute, but I need to find somebody who knows what they're doing so they can come on with us and teach us how to do it. Because I'm sure, Jess might get it right, but I'll probably rope myself. Good morning, Miss Barb. How are you doing this morning? How's is it cold up there? It's not cold here. It's very hot, actually. Good morning, Miss Gail. How are you doing this morning? Hey, I watched both of your lives. Your corner books were very, very cute. I love it. Y'all, Miss Gail also has a website and that she's sells stuff out of. She's got some beautiful stuff. She does a lot of rhinestones as well. So yeah, and then y'all know Jess. Jess has her website as well. What's the duffel? Connie, I have such a delay. I can't. It takes forever for. It's the duffel bag and Bias was working on the other night. Oh, awesome! Listen to that, Rachel. Look at you go. So, Rachel, how much you going to charge me to give me some sewing instructions? So I still terrible at it. I mean, I did I did sew. I mean, sewing quilting blocks is not I mean, it's sewing, but it's just a straight line. I'm learning how to get all that just straight. I know I'm really weird because I take off all my if they don't align just right, I take it off and start over again. So oh, let me show y'all. We did two blocks last Sunday on Shay Shay's quilt on Shay Shay Sew Along. This was a tree, which was a monster, and none of us really understood it until we all kind of got together and understood it. I think some people went a totally opposite direction of what they said to do. This isn't the one. This is the one I messed up, and this one is actually the one I messed up. So I have another one somewhere, but then I have my beehive, which came out kind of cute. Um, and I said the only thing that was hard on this was getting it in your head how to move it. You had to where when you opened it where the design is, it's not where it needed to be for whenever you put it together. You had to move it. So and then we were on our own do the bees and on the bees I had to actually put them in an envelope because I do the wings first. This was not fun. I say not fun. This was a kind of tricky one. Of figuring out exactly what I needed to do on these wings, and they do get lost pretty darn easy. So I put them in a packet that Shay had got me to get some of these packets for the thing. But this is water soluble. I just needed to put some water soluble to get the. I don't know if you can see them. I'm sure they're going to be darling once we get them on the bees. But right now I'm like, okay. But this is like a okay. So you have the washable stabilizer. Then you have tool, miler, tool, like a sandwich. And then you do the rest of the stuff. And that took me forever to figure out, wait, what? I had to rewind that poor little lady so many times. Then I told Shay Shay, I said, Shay Shay, don't be like me. Make sure you watch that video 100 times and listen to every word she says because apparently I did not. All right, so now I'm going to take this out and I am going to turn it over to the back. Turn it over to the back, and I'm going to trim up all these little doomadagies, extra string. Look, this always breaks when it's the tearaway. Apparently, I have it too tight, maybe, is why it's tearing before it's supposed to tear. Now I'm going to take my other piece, put it on top, make sure I'm covering everything left, right, upside down, up, down, the whole nine. Okay, and then I'm going to tape it. What did I do with my tape? Oh, I had it on here. So I'm just a regular girl. I just get regular tape. I don't have the, colored tape or whatever. So this is not very straight. Let me straighten that up a little bit. See. All right. Let me put some on the sides just in case it flops over, because I am turning it back over, so I don't want it to get stuck in the machine when I slide it back in. And now I'm gonna go ahead and put my lighter pink thread in. So let me change the thread out real quick. I need to get my little my little strings and thing back out. I probably have it somewhere, so I just don't know where I got it. Ah, let me sit down. And when I thread better sitting down so I can see everything. Let me start over. I kind of got carried away. Let's see. I had brothered. It's not brother. I think Shay said it is brothered thread, or a bro thread, or however you say it. Um, and all this time I thought it was brother thread. Brother thread, but Shay told me no, it's not the same thing. So wait, I missed a step. What the heck? Hold on. Where's my? I don't want just that. Did I What did I do? Maybe that goes first. Okay, let me. This stitch right here is gonna do a little knot where you would put your cam snap in. It's just gonna put it like a little circle where that needs to go. Now this next stitch, which I should have combined the two stitches obviously, but this is going to give me, this is where it's going to actually tack the front to the back and do like a bean stitch, to tack the front pieces to the back piece, because we got to do one more back piece after that. So let's see. All right. But this just does a little bean stitch right close to your design. And this is the stitch that I keep hitting whenever I'm trying to trim everything down. This is the stitch that I'm making a mess of. But anyway, this will go right over the. I'm not sure how the circle got put before this step down. And I'm just kind of keep your fingers out of the way. And as long as I'm not on this side, I'm okay. Yeah. So, all right. Okay. Now this next stitch is going to give me where I need to put my back piece of material for the pocket. Oh, yeah, you might want to lower the presser foot. This is just going to give me a place. It's just a placement stitch of where this goes on the back. I'm thinking I might not have enough, but we will see in a minute. Okay. This is only total 11 minutes stitching, 11 minutes of stitching. Okay. All right. All right. Now the next stitch is going to be for the pocket where you put the AirPod in. So I'm going to take it and turn it back upside down, and I am going to take off some of these extra stitches, the strings. Down. I need to get some. I need to see if Jess had got some of them Fiskars. Fiskars, is that how you say it? Some Fiskars sharpener, and I need to definitely get that. No, I'm gonna have to go this way with it. Okay. Ooh. Mm. So this is my line, and this is my line down here. Let's see. Where's my I don't I try to make sure that I don't use just any scissors in here. Just to make sure. I'm gonna cut some of this off real quick. Where's my I can't find my regular scissors. I probably brought them in the kitchen or something. Because oh yeah, tomorrow we have our We Create Live tomorrow at noon. So it's gonna be a fun one. I think it's gonna be a fun one. I'm gonna reuse this material here, this tape, and tape my other stuff down. Mhm. With this tearaway, it's so easy to tear. I don't want to make a mess of it. So, well, to be careful. Okay, let's see. Yeah, let me just put that there. Well, I guess I can cut that down a little bit too. I don't like doing that with these. Like, I'll use these. I don't even know where these come from. But I have them. Okay, there we go. Now I'm gonna take this down so it don't go anywheres. Okay, put it in, and this is the last stitch. Mm. I'm actually gonna run this stitch twice just for security because this is not that I don't know. I just feel like it needs to go twice. So I'm gonna do it twice just to make sure. Okay. All right. And I'm gonna do it one more time just so I'm gonna go on my machine. Shay Shay was telling me the other day, she said, I remember whenever you were so scared of that machine. And I said, yeah, me too. It hadn't been that long. Like I was scared to death of this thing. And it bit me a couple of times too, just FYI. Because I did put my finger where it's not supposed to be. I do that on the sewing machine all the time. I put my finger where it's not supposed to be. Like I did that on a live with y'all one time was when I was sewing that those bags with Jess. I um I got my finger stuck inside underneath the where the needle is, and I couldn't move my finger. I had to actually yank for it to come out. And I was like, well, that was fun. Not really. It was not fun. All right, this is done. So now we're gonna take it over here and pull it out. And like I said, this is tearaway, so I'm gonna pull some of all this. I don't want to try to cut it with all this extra batting on it. I don't. I need to take all that tape off too. I'm taking the majority of it off. Yeah, this faux leather came from I think this one came from one of the Amazon, one of the ones that either Patrice or Delonda did. You know how they hurry up and buy everything before they tell us, so they so they'll have some when they want some more, which I think is funny. See, I don't like that little nest right there. I don't like that. I don't know if I can actually cut that or not. My scissors, I've got to, Sean told me the other day that is, I had pulled some threads out. Some threads came out, and she thinks it's because my scissors are dull when I was trying to pull it. So, which is highly likely. Okay, now I'm gonna take some bigger scissors because I don't want to stand here forever cutting. Give me just a second. Where are my big scissors? You know, I lost them last night and never found it again. And like I said, they're probably in the kitchen. In the kitchen. Let me see. I don't want to use these, but I'll use these. Okay. These are some short material scissors, which this is faux material, so I don't really like to do that. So on this, need to get as close to the stitches as possible without cutting them, which is a downside for me because I have a really hard time doing that because I keep cutting the stitches because I get too close. And so I think if you like find a spot, how far off you need to do it all the way around in that same area because or it'll look funny, I think. Anyway, so we're just gonna put it down. And another thing, okay, so this calls for cam snaps, right? And I don't know how I feel about cam snaps. To me, they just don't feel secure enough. Like it's gonna hold. So I think I'm gonna redo my husband's, and I'm actually gonna put him some real snaps. I have metal snaps as well as these. I think it was Marilyn with Making with Marilyn. She was the one that she had a, link to these the metal snaps because to me they just work better um, or more secure, not better, more secure in my head. Whether they are more secure or not, probably not. But in my head, you know, and nobody wants to be in there for any amount of time. I'm trying to find the straight ones, not the crooked ones, but I'll just use these. Okay, let's see. Mm. So anyway, you want to get as close to this as possible, and you want because you're going to be able to see the back as well. So you're going to want to try to make it as clean as possible. I'm hoping y'all can see this. It is kind of hard to get in there. I'm not going to lie. Okay. Ooh, I almost went too far with that cut. There we go. All right. I see. Are y'all talking? Yeah, me too, Miss Gail. And then plastic snaps. Now, once you figure them out, I guess they're okay. But I don't know. And they're cute. To me, they're cute on things because they're colorful or whatever. But I don't know if I like the colorful more than the fashion look or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or the security of them not coming off. That's my big thing is them not. I mean, I don't want them to come off, and that would if I give something to somebody and it falls apart, 4 minutes after they leave me, I would feel terrible. I could cut this better. I'll get that later. But so anyway, here, we're gonna do the cam snaps, and I guess I'll do a pink cam snap. So that's what it calls for. But like I said, I do have the metal snaps that I prefer. And I think if I have a hotter pink, yeah, I'll go with that. So if you know cam snaps, you have to have four pieces. You have the catcher and the receiver. You have the pitcher and the catcher. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. I do. I have them they come in these little buckets, and my fingers are too fat to fit in there. So I'm constantly knocking them out, knocking them over. I don't do that very well. Okay, there we go. We have the catcher is this one, and then the pusher is that one, or the pusher, the snap port is that one. I think, and then every one of these come with one of these. And okay, so they do have names actually. It's cap and stud, and then no, cap and stud, and then cap and socket, cap and socket, socket to you. So yeah. All right. So I am going to put the I always started this kit comes with well the press kit, the cam snap kit comes with like a pokey thing, and I'm just going to put it right through that hole right here on the that when it drew the hole on the embroidery machine a while ago. So I'm going to push it again, push it in, uh, without cutting my own finger off. Okay, so this will be the ow, what they call this the stud, I guess. Yeah, not sure what it's called, the stud, but it kind of makes me feel like I'm dealing with horses here. I just made a hole. I know I did. Okay, there we go. All right, and then I push it as far down as you can, and then grab the stud part or whatever they call the stud part, and put that on top. Like I said, my fingers are big for little can snaps. Then you take your piece, and the cap is where you'll let it lie on that spot. You taking notes, Shay Shay? I made her get can snaps, and she hates them. I said, well, you didn't have to get them. I mean, I'm just telling you. So you put that in, and you squeeze really, really hard. I actually squeeze a few times just to make sure it's in. Okay. Oh, look, I must be in my pink era today. I got Shay Shay, and see however far you want to go with this, go down with it. So I'm gonna kind of make a mark on that. Well, that didn't work, but anyway, you gotta make it as thinner as you can. Let's see. I don't know if y'all notice my hands are shaking. I guess I'm nervous, but I don't think I'm that nervous. It's probably I'm getting the shaking issues. I'm gonna put that right there in her head, in that little butterfly's head. Now I got me a start. That way I can put this, and this is gonna go on the inside so it can snap out. And look, believe you me, I put them on backwards before. I can I can do that every time. Oops. Well, it's usually not that hard to put it in. I'm just trying to find the hole is what the deal is. Hmm. Nah, I can't reach it. I can't. There we go. Nope. Missed it again. Is that it? Yeah. Okay. Push her in. Make her flat. Okay. And then you put the socket, is what they called it. Okay. and then you're gonna do it again. You're just gonna have to hold them, make sure they, yeah, you gotta make sure it's in like that. Okay, and then just press. Let's see. I got it cockeyed. Let's see if I can make it fix that. Probably not. Probably not gonna snap because of the way I finished it. Nope. I'm gonna have to either replace it or move it around. Let's see. Maybe I can cut that piece off. I might be able to cut that and trim that off. That's why I know I should never have tools. Anyway, that's the snap. But okay, so this is your product. This is a think this is their by three case. I think it's a three. And you're just gonna slide it in and you want it to be snug so it don't, go anywheres in case your snap falls off. Also has the room to for you to plug it in, and then you snap it up and there you go. And that's the AirPod case. So what y'all think? Good morning, Shamika. Good morning, Rosalind. I'm glad you could join us this morning. So what y'all think? Did you I mean y'all like it? I thought it was cute. I thought it was something different that we could do, that we didn't have to I'm sitting on my frame. Thank you. Have a nice day. Um I thought it was something different, something cute that I could do, without Jess telling me, "Hey, what are you doing?" So, but yeah, I liked it. I thought it was cute. My husband and my daughter really, really liked it. I need to work on my cutting skills, obviously, around. So it'd be more, conventional on all sides. But other than that, I thought it was cute. So let's see. There we go. Nope, not that. Let's come back here. Okay, I'm gonna take my embroidery machine off. So last night I hold so yeah, so last night I was looking at machines with bigger hoops and stuff. I was just looking. I'm not buying at the moment. I'm just kind of looking, and I just can't. I can't decide if I want to just hold out and get what I really want, or just go ahead and get a machine that's not as expensive, and just get the bigger hoop now, and then just save for for the my dream machine. I guess is that what you call it? Um, because I don't know. I'm just on the fence. I kind of wish I would have just went ahead and waited, but I don't think I really don't think even if I would have waited, I don't know if I would have went with the bigger one because I didn't know if I was going to like embroidery or not. So I was kind of going back and forth. Yes, you can change the measurements on that. You can make it smaller, you can make it bigger, you can do however you want. You just whenever it comes to the embroidery part, you can't change it more than like 10% is what I believe I heard Miss Rachel say more than one time. I know, Jesse. I think I might just have to hold out and get what I really want. See, I'm trying to talk Rosalind in. Let's swap. I'll pay your note and I'll take your Racoma and you can take my brother. But yeah, but some of the girl machines don't, some of the girl machines, some of the machines, some of our people that make embroidery files, a 6 by 10 is a good size, but a lot of their designs are bigger than the 10, so you can't use it, or you have to do it in sections. It is doable, but you have to do it in sections. So, but that's what I'm thinking, Kristen. I think I'm gonna just hold out and see what. uh, to go ahead and just wait and get the big boy and stuff, the real one that I want. So anyway, but yeah, y'all, this is all I had today. Oh, that's for anybody that wasn't in here a while ago. I want to tell y'all, um, I did hit 100 subscribers, and Jess is at like 93. So if you haven't subscribed to her channel, to please do so. That way we could both be at 100 and we could do one big, big 100 giveaway. So we can take it. Yeah, I have too, Miss Gail. I've looked at the one Robbins has as well. But yeah, she's got much bigger hoops than I do. So hi, Crafton with picture me crafting. We've been missing you. When you coming back, Miss Melinda? We have to watch. We'll have to get you back with Shay Shay to do some more resin stuff because that's fun. I enjoyed y'all's resin projects. So anyway, I am. Oh yeah, Jess does have a surprise to tell y'all that she has purchased. And no, it's not a laser. She's still working on that, but yeah, and she does have she has a little surprise to come out. I'm not going to tell y'all because it's great for her and she'll need it. She loves it. So anyway, but all right, y'all, this was under an hour. Oh well, an hour and 12 minutes. Sorry, I was trying to stay within an hour, but it didn't happen. And I will see y'all in the YouTube streets this week. I think Shay Shay's coming on tomorrow at 8. And then we have our normal, our Miss Shawn comes on at 6 p.m. And then we have our So Good this weekend. I think it's at 4:30, if I'm not mistaken. Me and Jess are coming on at noon tomorrow for We Create, and Rosalind will be with us. As last time I talked to Rosalind, she was going to be with us. I'm kind of excited about tomorrow's We Create because this one's cute. This is something that we would really use. And anybody with kids, grandkids, or adults, this is going to be something really fun. We're doing a game. We're doing games on the We Create, and Jess and I have kind of we've shared and Rosalind, we shared a file. I don't know if they're doing the exact file I'm doing, but I created it. I sent it to them, and we'll see what they come up with. But we won't know until because Jess is so busy we couldn't even meet prior or talk prior. Really, we text a little bit, but that's about it. But yeah, we will be there. We'll be here at noon, and then we have Miss Eve tomorrow night at 8. Central. All the times I'm giving you are centrals because I'm in Central and I'm not doing the math. Because I know Rosalind's 1 hour, Jess is 2 hours, and Patrice is behind me, and Patrice is 1 hour. Miss in North Carolina, where Miss Eve lives, she's 1 hour, and then I think Dents is 1 hour ahead because I know in Florida one port's on our time and another port's not. So, and I think Dents is on our side. I'm not real sure. So, but that's it. If y'all, hey, Miss Kelly, I didn't see you come in. Um, and one day we'll have Miss Kelly on. She's gonna pick a project and we're gonna do it. So, yes, yes, ma'am, Miss Rosalind. That's it. You know, girl, you know. So anyway, but I appreciate y'all coming in here, with just me by myself. And if y'all have any questions or anything like that, y'all let me know. And like I said, the way I did this file on Embrilliance is probably not the way to do it, but this is how I'm doing it. And I'm sure couple of my brilliance people will go, "Come here, girl. We need a facelift." So, oh yeah, y'all keep y'all's fingers crossed for me because I got to do 6 puff shirts. So, I don't think I'm gonna do it on the HT front too because I'm not sure on that. I think I'm gonna go to my big boy in the kitchen, in the dining area, breakfast area. So, but anyway, y'all, thanks, Rosalind. I appreciate you. We going to Australia now, Miss Gail? Do we? Hey, Rugie, how are you? Um, and again, I have not forgot about you. I promise. It's just with the husband coming home and then me getting sick and my computer crashing, and it's been a whirlwind, And but I have not forgot about you. I am going to get with you on that Juliet. I promise you. So, but y'all, I will talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good rest of the weekend, and I'm sure I'll see y'all in the streets. Y'all have a great Saturday.